offense back onto the field. That fourth down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up a scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before. So you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He'll get rid of it. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
And just an awesome job by that defender on that play. Great awareness, and he had his eyes on the quarterback, so he saw the ball thrown, and as such, he was able to go and swat it away.
Let's see which way they go after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 39. That's caught. It's Baxter. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
And the Longhorns with the 1st and 10. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Try to get it to the edge. Pulled down at the 29 after getting 5. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. They'll try to get outside. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Give to the running back. He was able to reach into his bag of tricks and use it to pick up a few extra yards. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Fires into traffic, picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense does an awesome job here with their backs against the wall in their own red zone, coming away with an INT early. That could be a big game-changing type play in this game.
And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Back to pass, it's back. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Longhorns! time, it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender, seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers, go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Got a man. It's Lovett. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Trying to get the corner. At the 40, there he goes. Running toward the tape. Past the 20. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Dogs! Boy, did he just scorch that defense for that score.
He shows you all of it, Reese. He's got the speed. He's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. You just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Golden. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish strong.
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Burnt Orange burning some secondaries, working this guy down the field.
Making those big plays down the field. Texas, when you think about great teams, you think about explosive playmakers, making those big plays, keeping those defenses on their heels.
A little screen to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. Run out of bounds just before he could get it into the end zone, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
I love this running back and the job he does once he has the ball in his hands on this screen pass. He was real patient. You got to allow these 300-pound offensive linemen to sort of collect themselves and stammer down the field and try to block some of these linebackers and DBs, and that's exactly what the running back did. Great job with patience.
The Longhorns want to pick up the tempo. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 14, Texas 7.
They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
42 Spider.
A run for the quarterback. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Texas! Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. It bounds through the back of the end zone. It'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
Toss sweep to the right. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. Finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Looking to throw, it's back. Gets it out quickly. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. You want to talk about aggressive or wacky? This head coach is keeping his offense on the field inside his own 30. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
And I tell you what, I can justify when it's really short, but when it's fourth and medium on your side of the territory, man, that success rate continues to plummet down, and now they've just set this offense up in really good position.
So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Quarterback will audible. On second down, looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. Bringing it back. The interception stopped the threat, and the return even better as he crosses midfield and gets it to the 49.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for them.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. From the gun. Give on the inside.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's back. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over. Move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. Now on 2nd down. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Dances away. Had to get rid of it quickly. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down.
Really nice job by the defense. They know the quarterback was outside the pocket. They were still able to get a hat on him just as he was trying to make that throw and force the incompletion.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking for a man. It's Ewers. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bulldogs. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's coming out of the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it.
The expressway is wide open. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
They'll throw it on first down. Makes the catch. It's Bond. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Dropping back, it's Ewers. Going deep, and he makes the catch inside the 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Longhorn!
And what nice play design. You get your speedster, you put him in the slot, and usually get a better matchup. And then what do? You fade him towards that sideline, run a go. Nice ball thrown way out wide. He just runs underneath it, and just too much speed. Couldn't catch him. Gets in the end zone for 6.
All tied up, just about set to kick it away. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
After that last completion, it's second down. The back goes in motion. He's looking for an open man on second down. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. You know, sometimes even a short gain like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
A really nice job by the defense, understanding the situation. We know they like to run the touch pass. Great job selling out, seeing it, bringing those guys right down, flying into space, getting the fast, speedy wide receiver on the ground. Nice third down stop.
They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, David?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart if you're going to be aggressive with your decision-making.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. Looking to throw, it's Ewers. Starting to feel a little pressure. Turning and firing back to the right, that's risky. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
And how about the big strike down the field? I love when offenses take shots down the field, try to make big plays. Now they're set up in the red zone.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. from the red zone, looking for a space. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete.
Really nice job by the defense. Understand that QB starts to roll out to his right. I got to continue to play the deep pass down the field. I can't just run up and try to go tackle him. Nice coverage down the field, which led to the incompletion.
They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. And he's dragged down after the interception, and that's how we'll close out the first half.
The end of the first half with the game tied.
Just about set to put toe to leathers. We are deadlocked here in the third.
Texas.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback keeper. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And the ball will bounce at the 4 and find its way into the end zone for a touchback. The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Ewers. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. You got to do a better job reeling it in.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Quarterback checking off. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Georgia.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man quickly. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that 3rd down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Talk about aggressive. This head coach is keeping the offense on the field inside his own 30. Makes the catch. He's got enough. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the 1st down.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
The Longhorns will have it 1st and 10. Looking for space. It's Baxter. Turns it on in midfield. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. In their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
With the catch, it's Baxter. Open space at the 25. Touchdown, Texas! And that one will put them up here in the 2nd half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field. Possession.
And is slipped out. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. And he breaks into the open. Pass to 10. Touchdown, Georgia. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Hey, that's not how you draw it up, but how about the offense and the awareness? You see the ball out, forget jumping on it. I'm going to pick that puppy up. I'm going to take it to the house. The OC, great call on that one, buddy, because it worked to perfection.
And the extra point is good. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The Longhorns want to move quickly. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Looking to pass. It's Ewers. Firing to the right, complete. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! He'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish things off with a scoring toss from the 33. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Direct snap.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What can you do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. To the air on first down. The sure hands, it's Blue. And he's got enough for a first down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Texas 35, Georgia 28.
And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Makes a connection. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot, They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got that the ball falls incomplete.
A third and long coming up here. He wants to throw it again. Pulls it in. It's Baxter. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. Third and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss trying to get that first down.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On fourth down, going to the air. Finds his man, they convert. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. They've moved it into scoring territory, 1st and 10 from the 11.
Get set, get set.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Touchdown, Texas! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable. Because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beck. The quick out. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming in this one.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. They'll try to get the edge on the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose. He's at the 10. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dogs! Well, we wondered exactly where the momentum was, and it looks as if Uncle Mo might have switched sidelines and switched families.
And momentum is such a big thing. It's such a real part of college football, isn't it? And you can just feel that right now. It just felt a few minutes ago like this game was over, and all of a sudden, this team, they're believing in themselves. They've got some wind. They've got some hope. Their defense now needs to get the football back to keep that momentum going.
From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive because last drive he had way too much time to throw.
The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And they try to run inside, and there is nowhere to go.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle box, as he knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Looking downfield, it's Ewers. Looking to buy time. On the run, fires downfield. Complete downfield. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Back to the line after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 37. The throw to the outside is complete. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Well, they don't pick up the 1st down there, but in this 2-minute situation, they need their quarterback to be decisive, to be accurate, and make really good decisions, and we'll see what he's able to do as they inch closer and closer towards the goal line.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the 1st down.
There's really no secret to it, David. When this guy's running well, this offense is so hard to stop.
It opens up everything, and he's having a great day, showing you a little bit of everything, and this offense has got it rolling on the ground.
They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, the next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
It's really important at this point of the game late that they at least get a field goal here to make this a 2-possession game. So they're staying conservative. They're running the football, keeping it on the ground to execute that idea.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They have the lead in a 1-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the 1st. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Nice job by the defense on 4th down, bowing up, getting physical, stopping the run, shutting down that 4th down play. Really good job by this defense.
We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Trying to get the edge on the right. And the defense snows him under after a very short game. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Back to throw, it's back. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. This late in the game, there's really no question about it. To have any chance to tie this thing up, they have to convert here on 4th down. Got it in the middle. It's Humphries. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Fires the pass. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Longhorns! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.